Welcome. Here's my brief guide to some of the best mobility technologies I have found in Path of Exile 2. Some of them I have discovered myself and some I just read on Reddit, like the blink trick. First of all, let me show you the neat mobility I have here. This is a ranger, so normally I don't have strength and I don't have int either. And it's solo self-found, so I certainly have no good gear. But I can still do this. And I can do it again. And again. So this works in a way that shield charge is kind of annoying. It has this animation at the end and you can dodge roll out of it, but that gives you a slow dodge roll. But if you also have blink, the blink allows you to animation cancel the annoying stuff at the end of the shield charge. Or if you happen to hit a pack of enemies, you can hit them and blink through and start AoEing from inside and so on. It's a very nice combo and very strong mobility. So how does it work? For shield charge, it's quite easy to set up. You simply equip the required weapons in one of your slots. And on the skill itself, expand the arrow here and set it. This can only be used with weapon set 1. Now, when you press this skill, the game will automatically swap to the correct weapon set for you. And since I don't want to manually swap to my bow for all the other skills, I simply do the same, that my bow skills can only be used with weapon swap 2. So pretty neat and easy once you actually click this arrow and explore the options for the weapon swaps. And in this swap I still have the dodge roll, even though blink should replace the dodge roll with blink and have a cooldown. So it's not only a positive, but if you set it up so one weapon swap does not have enough int to use blink and the other one does, you can have the best of both worlds. So I can charge, I can blink, I can shoot, and I can dodge roll completely as usual with great mobility, and it feels like almost a completely different game. And this is all free of charge, requires no special gear. You can literally take some junk mace or shield you pick up in the starter zone and do it. Blink, however, requires a bit higher level and a lot of int. And I don't have much int, so I've set this up. And this is again from Reddit. Claim no credit for this little trick. You first remove points in some of your DPS clusters. For example, here I've removed points in projectile damage, another projectile damage cluster, and I've stripped the dex then to just what I need to equip my armor. And then you click so that on weapons set 2 I put these points back again. So when I have my bow, I have my good DPS talents. On my other set, which is the shield charge setup, I just go like a banana somewhere with lots of int. And I'm pathing towards whatever int nodes are here and here. This makes it so I have loads of int and can use blink, even if I normally don't have much int at all, when I have my shield, and not when I have my bow. So with my bow, blink is inactive and I can dodge roll. It's a really, really nice situation all around. And if for some reason you don't want to do this, you can't do this, there are situations where if you are a full int character, you actually can't, I do not think, lower your int enough to have this trick of combining dodge roll with blink. You can still, of course, use the shield charge and animation cancel, which is so nice. but you cannot have your dodge roll back without disabling the blink in between, to the best of my knowledge. So this is my favorite new thing in Exile 2. And I have another one I used for quite a long time that I don't know if many people use. And it is the Hand of Chayula. This is way easier to use in terms of stats and setup and lower level. This one requires 41 and it can go a bit lower still. So this is an unarmed strike that blinks quickly right to your target. And the only thing you have to do to activate it is to make sure one of your weapon sets are empty. So you unequip it so it's unarmed. So you set all your normal attacks on weapon set 1 and unarmed on weapon set 2. And then you can simply dash to an enemy. This is very quick. It has pretty good range. Not only that, but for melee characters, you can socket the curse you want. If you are melee, you socket vulnerability. For physical, you can socket any elemental curse and mark you want. And so when you blink into your target, it will already be cursed and marked and ready for execution. And with this, you do not need any stats unless you actually don't have the very, very minor stats it requires. Around 40 something, 50 something dex and int. But if you happen to have pathed up here to the area around here, you can, you can do the same weapon swap setup. So on your unarmed, you path through these. Unarmed attack speed, even more unarmed attack speed. You do not care that it does less damage. And best of all, 50% increased maximum dash distance. This can actually blink a long way over across the screen and just smash you into melee, debuff the enemies, and be ready for action. So those, I think, are the 3 best mobility options I have found that works for pretty much any character, pretty much any build, and I hope you enjoy.